Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Coach Frenchey McCrea. I'm the athletic director here at Del Rio CISD, and I am honored and privileged to be here with former athlete and now professional CrossFitter. The world knows him as Jorge Fernandez.
Yes.
I call him Georgie. So I am here with him. What's going on, Georgie?
How's it going, Coach? Firstly, I just want to say thank you guys for having me here. It's beautiful to come back home, and I've always dreamt of something like this, just to be back at my high school, you know, obviously coming to see you and talking about the good old times.
Yeah, there was some good times.
But no, just going back and just reminiscing on the good old times and what's going on. And yeah, it's good to be here.
Good. So first and foremost, I already told you his name, Jorge Fernandez. So so you were a graduate of what year?
2013.
2013.
Yeah.
And you were involved in which sports?
Yeah, so football and baseball mainly in high school. Yeah.
Gotcha. And he's real modest, man. The dude was a stud right here. This guy
means a lot.
was an awesome quarterback. We had great years with him. He was awesome in baseball. Everything he did, this guy was just fun to be around, and I'm honored to be here with you. So tell me a little bit. I know a little bit about what you've been doing. You've been in touch with me often, and it's been great. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate
of course.
that. But tell everyone who's viewing right now what you've been up to.
I actually do CrossFit, which is functional fitness, and it's a sport. So essentially what they do is they find the fittest in the world. I just train all the time, train, recover, and repeat. So CrossFitter, I did end up going to college baseball. I played for a Division I school, San Diego State.
Yes, sir.
Which led me into the profession I'm doing now, but it's been a long journey for sure.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna ask a question that everybody wants to know, right?
Yeah.
So you pitched at San Diego State, were a closer, correct?
Yes.
You were a closer, and I remember watching some outings, man, and you were piping, man. You were piping. But anyway, so tell me this: why didn't you continue playing baseball?
Yeah, so my junior year at San Diego State, I tore my UCL. So I was pitching against Tennessee, and yeah, it just popped. And so I got the MRI. They told me I needed full reconstructive surgery. So I had some decisions at that time, and it was one, get the surgery, come back a year and a half later and try to make it again, or take a cortisone shot and just kind of pitch through and see where it takes me. So I just kind of took everything into consideration. I was 26 at the time, and I was like, if I come back, puts me at 28, still in college, trying to make it. So I ended up getting the cortisone shot, and I pitched through my senior year. I was able to finish my junior and senior year, and then when the draft came around, I got some offers, which is senior signed money. So yeah, I just made it's not much, especially with the grind of the minor leagues and stuff. It takes 5 years to try to get through it and stuff. So I made the decision to retire, which was probably one of the hardest decisions I've made in my life.
Before I push you forward into the next part of your journey, let's go back just a little bit. So 2013, we had a great year that year. We played with some great guys like G-Lo, who rushed, you know, and guys like that, Claudio Arispe.
Yeah.
I mean, some more of your boys.
Mundo,
there you go.
My boys.
I mean, these are home. Shout out to all you guys.
Yeah,
I know y'all
sure.
gonna check this out. Shout out to one of the greatest years, funnest years that I ever had coaching. You guys were just a great bunch of guys. But 2013, I remember this specifically. We were playing against United.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were on a run, you broke out a run, and I remember you got to the sideline, started limping. You injured yourself.
Yes.
You remember what that injury was?
Yeah. So actually, this was my own doing, just because I didn't listen to you guys.
You're right.
You guys would always tell me, for sure. So I didn't listen. Yeah, I would run, and instead of running out of bounds like I'm supposed to, I kept running, and a linebacker landed on my leg, and I broke my fibula. So yeah, when I was limping on the sideline, you know, I thought it was just a cramp or something, and I started running, and I fell over, and sure enough, it was a fracture in my fibula. So
Man, it's crazy. I just like to point out, I used to always tell Georgie, hey, listen, get what you can, get out of bounds, protect yourself.
Yeah.
He was still a stud, super strong, so I understand why you did it. I just wish you wouldn't have.
Yeah, of course.
But I remember that game, G-Lo, Gurelio Garza, man, he took over, put us on his back, and went to work.
Yeah.
And I remember just talking to you, tears in your eyes, and you were still trying to get in the game. What was that drive about?
Honestly, just being with my boys. Like, I knew it was like the last time we were going to play on this field and stuff, but honestly, it was such a great moment, although my leg was broken, like just watching Reese come in and just hand it off to Gilo, and Gilo putting literally the team on his back, and he would come off scoring and come to me and just be like, hey, don't worry, I got this. And just witnessing that and stuff, like it just made me emotional. I wanted to be out there with them and stuff, but it was the best thing because I got to witness,
So after that, we won the district that year, correct?
Yes.
And then we ended up playing, was it Donna? I can't remember.
Yeah, Donna.
Donna in Laredo.
Yes.
Okay, we beat them for winning the first playoff game.
Yes.
I think in history, I believe. It was our first playoff win. We made the playoffs before, but we didn't win. So we got over that hump.
Yeah.
We won. Prior to that, we lost to Sherryland.
Yes. That? Yeah, that was good. Yeah. That was
but
good.
But this year, senior year, we beat Donna. We go and you don't get to play. So we're kind of, quarterback by committee kind of deal.
Yeah.
With Reese starting, but we also used Claudio to play some little Wildcat quarterback. And then we ended up, third round against Eagle Pass. So
third round against
in Eagle Pass versus Brandeis.
Yeah, Brandeis. Yeah.
So breaking your leg, basically.
Yeah.
I remember you actually played that game.
Yeah, so leading up to those, obviously I did a bunch of like needling and stuff like that, and hot cold therapy. And I remember there was a specific practice where I went up to the coach and I said, hey, I want to try to come back. And he said, Georgie, I don't really know, but if you want to try to get some reps in and see how it feels. Yeah. And so I remember he would have me do some rollouts, and Barry Mearshart. Yeah. And so he's having me, coach. So he's having me do rollouts, and obviously I had to make it look like my leg wasn't broken. And so I remember just tearing up as I'm rolling out, and I'm like, I really want to do this. So it was obviously hurting and stuff, but they gave me the opportunity. And then sure enough, they took me to a doctor in San Antonio, and they made this like kind of bionicle cast that could like spring up. Yeah. So yeah, we threw that on, and I was able to play, which was one, incredible, but also two, they knew it was coming. So they knew I couldn't run. So they just sent the house down all the time, but it was.
And a good thing, you were able to throw the ball, man. That was a good thing. I remember that game vividly because, Claudio got tossed in the first quarter. And to this day, I'm still mad because it did not warrant a disqualification, but they did anyway. I think if he was still in the game, we had a much better shot. We didn't win that game, but Brandeis did go on to almost state. So I feel a little better about that. So we did with the broken leg. You get on the field for the last time in Eagle Pass against Brandeis, and then you have time to heal, and then we go into baseball season. Yes. Okay, so after baseball season, I remember talking to you because me and you would talk about next level college. And what do you do? And we were talking about the business of collegiate sports and how it's tough and what you want to do. And I remember vividly you not having a clue of what you want to do or sport. My man Jorge was privileged and blessed enough to be able to be a great football and baseball player. So you actually had the decision of what sport you wanted to go in, you know, and we didn't know where you wanted to go. I was trying to get you to my alma mater, Angelo State, you know, which I wish would have went, but anyway, you obviously made a great decision. But I remember you not having any opportunities. Like you just kind of was like, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do, coach. I think I'm just done and all this. So when did you make a decision? How did you make the decision? Or what happened to get you on this path to San Diego?
So I didn't know what to do right out of high school, and I started reaching out to schools just to see if they had any like baseball camps. And the reason I chose baseball was just it was something I did since I was 4 years old. It was something I really loved, and the challenge of it, the mental side, I just really always loved baseball. So not that I don't miss football, because that's one of the biggest regrets, I would say. I wish I would have played or continue to play football, but baseball was just my first love. And so I emailed, and Texas State had a camp. So my dad ended up driving me, and I had a really good showcasing. One that actually I don't think I've ever had in baseball.
Yeah.
So I hit a couple home runs, which I don't hit home runs. The ball was flying out of my hand, and they gave me a walk-on spot.
Yeah.
And so they emailed me and were just like, hey, in the fall, we'd like you to come to try out for the team. So ended up taking the walk-on, and then sure enough, I applied to Texas State, got accepted, and then kind of went that route.
Yeah. From Texas State, you ended up somewhere else though.
Yeah, so there was it was a long journey. So Texas State ended up getting into the party scene, partied a lot, and just kind of thought I was the guy.
Yeah.
I thought I was the guy. I thought I was good enough to make
Disclosure.
it.
We don't want to do that.
Yeah, not at all. It's something I like to talk about, just to kind of show the youth that, like, you're not bigger than the sport. You're not bigger than anything. And that's what I thought at the time. And here's where it hit me. I wasn't good enough, and I walked into the fall meeting, and the coach for the first time said, hey, we don't want you on the team. You're not good enough. And all my life had been the star of baseball, football. I'd had all the praise and stuff, and that was the first slap in the face to say, hey, you know what, get your stuff together. So I got cut. So I gave myself that night to cry, and that next day I emailed junior colleges. And so I ended up emailing Sanjak, and Sanjak is in Houston. It's one of the top junior colleges in the nation. So they said, hey, we have a walk-on spot in the fall.
Here we go.
Would you like to come?
Yeah.
And so, I packed up all my stuff and I drove myself to Houston.
We wanted to do this to put out there for our young athletes who are aspiring to do something next level, something greater. You know, I wanted them to see there's a journey. It doesn't just come easy. Everyone has their own path and their own journey. And if you stay consistent and dedicated and work hard and persistent, you can go. And even when you make mistakes, as you said, you thought you were bigger than the game. You made a mistake, but you had a second opportunity. Tell me about St. Jack, second opportunity.
Yeah, so I ended up driving to Houston, and they gave me the walk-on spot. And junior college, there's no rules, right? There's no roster, there's no.
Yeah.
So I show up for this fall, and there's 120 guys. And how many on the baseball diamond? 9, right? So 120 guys. So I put my head down and work and kind of did what I know how to do here. And so they whittled it down. By the end of the fall, they went from 120 guys to 60 guys.
Wow. And
I found myself in those 60 guys. And so we have that fall meeting, and I'm like, here we go. I'm about to get cut again. And so I talked to the coach, and he says, hey, just want to let you know you're not good enough for the team. And so I just break down again. I'm like, here's another one.
Yeah.
And he goes, but we're going to keep you on the team. And I said, okay. And he said, you're one of the hardest working people that we've ever seen.
Nice.
And I think this would be really good for the team.
Yeah.
So we want to give you the opportunity to kind of grow in our system and see if you can play for us, but we're going to keep you.
Yeah. Awesome.
So it's the bittersweet moment. I made the team, but I'm also not good enough. So that's where I ended up at Sanjak, pitched for 2 years there.
Nice. So from St. Jack pitch, you didn't make the team.
Yeah.
But you worked hard and got the attention of the coaches. You hear that, everyone? He didn't make the team, but he continued to work hard, and he made the team. Another opportunity. We're going to call this the third opportunity. And it came about because of his effort and his hard work, and he got the attention of the coaches, not just skill, but the hard work.
No, for sure.
Beat that in right there. Make sure we hear that. Okay, so from St. Jack, then you end up getting offered to go to State.
So the same thing. I didn't go back home that winter. I was like, hey, I really want to do this thing. Let's get better. Let's focus on some fundamental things and see where it takes me. So I stayed that winter, and I was able to become the closer. I decided to stop playing shortstop and just focus on pitching. And when I came back from winter break, the coach was like, man, who are you? Like, what'd you do with Jorge, So ended up throwing a little harder, had an amazing first year, top closer in the nation for JUCO. And then that second year was really where I thrived, became the top closer once again for the team. We went to the College World Series, and then that's when offers just started flowing in. Texas State called me back, which is crazy. Baylor, UCF, Kansas State, just a ton of schools, right? And so, I had some visits. I took a visit to California, which I fell in love with the beach, wonderful weather and stuff. So I took my talents out to San Diego State and was able to start pitching for them.
So, all right, so let's fast forward now. Okay, we seen your journey from when you left us. We found out that there were some mistakes, but you bounced back, you worked hard, you got opportunity, and you made it the best you could do. Now you end up in San Diego State, you're thriving, you're ready to go, and then you have a setback, you have an injury to your throwing arm. You make it through that last year, and you're completely floored because you don't know what's next. You don't know what you're going to do. So then you find this opportunity, okay? But before we get into this opportunity, man, let me just brag a little bit. This dude right here, and he won't say it, and he's very humble. Just finished the CrossFit Games, correct? Where was that?
Yeah, it was Albany, New York.
Albany, New York, and finished 23 in the world. 23 in the world, that's crazy. But anyways, I'm excited about that. I don't know if anybody else is, but I'm hyped about that. That's just amazing. I did CrossFit a couple of times. Not for
definitely
me.
humbling.
Not for me. I'm traditional. I'm more traditional. But anyways, so you find this sport, okay, and then what?
So actually, it was a funny story the way I found it. So tore my UCL, retired, and it was the first time in my life where I didn't have sport. So I was in my apartment, depressed, just sitting there 5 to 6 months, didn't know what to do, I didn't have any game plan, So I was walking around downtown San Diego, and I walked into this gym, and it was a CrossFit gym, and I saw banners, and they were hanging up on the wall, and a bunch of people holding trophies and stuff. I didn't really know what it was. I just saw a bunch of people throwing weights around. I'm like, hey, I can do this. Let me, so I joined a week class, and from that point on, it was just like I was addicted to it. And some of the coaches were like, hey, you're pretty good at this. You should try to be on the competitive team. And I ended up joining that gym, and it just sparked that competitive side of me. And then, I stuck with it.
So just knowing, I mean, again, we've been in touch since you've left. It's just been pretty awesome. So you find this by accident. Let's just say by accident, you just kind of find your path this way, and then you join a team. And on that team, I believe you ended up competing, and y'all won.
Yeah, in 2023 we won.
You won what? Explain that.
So essentially, CrossFit is finding the fittest on earth, and there's 2 categories or divisions, and one on the individual side where you go by yourself, and a team division where it's 2 females, 2 males. So in 2023, we took a team of 4 and we won. So we're essentially the 2023 fittest team on earth. And that's from around the world. On earth.
Man, I'm just trying to be fit for me. You're trying to fittest on earth. That's
fittest
awesome,
on earth.
Man. So you're a team for a while. The camaraderie, it's kind of like how you were when you were a football player, baseball player. So I can see how you gravitated to that sport. I don't know how much everyone knows about it, but it is very intense, and it includes Olympic lifts and all kinds of crazy wall climbs. And I'm real impressed with the handstand push-ups. Real crazy. But then now, recently, you made a transition. Okay, you not only moved from California, right, to Tennessee. Okay, and then you also changed from team to individual. How did that go? Now I know if off camera, man, people need to ask you about that journey, like how that happened, what you discovered, and all that. Off camera. On camera, let's talk about the transition in that sport.
The transition was hard. Obviously, I'm a huge team guy. It's what I've done since I was little. So it's my favorite thing to do, managing the people on my team. We have a coach, just being that mediator from the coach to athlete, what we can do. So by far my favorite thing to do. But I had the goal. I had the goal of winning the CrossFit Games on team and then eventually winning individual. Once we won the team, I decided, hey, you know what? I'm getting a little older, so let me try to do this thing. And so I made that transition over to individual, and I knew there was things in my program that I needed. And for program, I mean my workout program.
Yeah.
So I decided to move over to the best CrossFit gym in the world, and that's CrossFit Mayhem. For those who follow CrossFit, it's
a little bit.
yeah.
A little bit. I know.
Rich Froning, he's the owner of CrossFit Mayhem, and he's like the Michael Jordan of CrossFit, you know. So I decided to move from California there, and it was tough, but with it I just knew change, you know, change is growth, and leaning into the uncomfortable helps you to get to that next level. So I was very comfortable in San Diego. I had amazing things going for me, and it's just like, hey, you know what? Let me try to lean into it. So that's when I transitioned over to Cookeville. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just impressed with all the ups and downs you had and how you overcame them, you know, from a broken leg to know where to go to play, to getting there, to getting cut, to making another team, getting cut again, but impressing with hard work and dedication, then thriving at St. Jack in that situation, okay, after being let down, right? And then you get to San Diego State, and then you have another injury when you should have been drafted, you know, but you had another injury. You just kind of been on the roller coaster of life, you know. I wanted to have this because I need our young athletes, and I want our people in general to understand that life just isn't smooth. You got to deal with some adversity time to time, but if you stay dedicated and you keep working hard, you can keep moving forward. There's other opportunity for you. So with that said, I know we've been talking for a little while now, but I really want you to leave us, I guess, with some words or a couple of things that helped you, some of the things that keep motivating you, keep driving you, and something to leave with us that our young people, our athletes, you know, or anybody who watches this can use to continue to fight the good fight and keep moving forward in life.
Honestly, there's really just two things that now I'm a little wiser and have gone through the journeys and stuff, but two things that I would really tell the youth and anybody that's trying sports, academics, anything that you want to do. Never stop being coachable.
There you go.
That's number one. And two, trust the journey. You know, you're always going to have those ups and downs, right? And if you think you're bigger than those ups and downs, or you think you're bigger than somebody coaching you or anything, that's your downfall. You know, and just be coachable. I'm always up for learning. I'm up for giving up, you know, self, which is I'm right, I deserve this. You know, as soon as you can do that, everything will go smooth. But yeah, just trusting the process and being coachable. Those two things will take you.
Awesome, man. So, again, I can't be more proud, man. I had the opportunity to coach this guy, you know.
But not just coach me. You're part of it. Like, you know, I'm a product of my coaches, and like I said, I'm coachable, and he's always been here for me. He's always pushed me not only to be good at sports, but to be a better man. So definitely.
That's good
for sure.
So guys, he had a limited schedule. He comes in from time to time, and this time I said, I'm going to sit you down and have a conversation, because we're going to enter into a year of a lot of unknowns athletically, with the academics too, but athletically, which is my department, a lot of unknowns. And I really want to motivate our kids, motivate our coaches, motivate the city of Del Rio to say, hey, let's embrace some change. Let's embrace something that we aren't used to. And instead of trying to tear it down, let's build it up and let's move forward in the unknown, right?
For sure.
In the unknown, everything's not going to be great, as you alluded to, and as your life tells us.
Exactly.
We're going to have ups and downs, but we're going to keep moving forward. And if we keep working hard and if we're dedicated, guys, everything it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So, Jorge, Fernandez, I appreciate you. Not only are you a professional CrossFit, you're an inspiration to young people all over the world, man. You have opportunities to speak and talk to people and motivate people. Keep doing what you're doing, okay, and keep making us proud. Del Rio, San Felipe Del Rio CSD, let's give my man a hand.
Thank you,
for
Coach.
being here in the spot. Georgia, we love you, man. We're proud of you. Thank you for taking the time with us, man.
Anytime, Coach.
All right, bro.
San Felipe Del Rio, together we're better.